go with that sweep stroke.
Just a little shake of the hand. Good spirit of the game between Nurse and Tamim Iqbal. Like to see that, like to see more of that across the whole game.
There's the 200. Up. For 3. And you look at this, 8. Here on now, gets him close to 300, 290. It's got to be on the cards at this venue. And again. Ah! Guess who's got in the way? That's a good catch falling. Just talking about looking towards a team 300 because the 200's up. And Powell, who gets a game, gets a catch.
You could see what Tamim Iqbal is trying to do. The Windies have not had a deep square leg for him. So he recognizes the 2 men behind square up in the circle. He swept one in Bishop's previous over for 6. Tried it again. A well played for 103. 200 for 4.
Four down for 200. Let's welcome in the captain, Mushrafin Mortaza. Vastly experienced, gives it the long handle, happy to take on spin, hence maybe the promotion up the order, promoting himself. He's going to get off the mark, keep the strike, wicket in the over, 201 before.
Good wicket to get to finish off his spell, Devendra Bishu. Get rid of the set batsman as they head into the final phase of the game. 3 wickets shared between Bishu and Nurse today.
Shakib Hassan with that start, couldn't convert. Spinners, yeah, they've been good. So they should be, in terms of breezes and angles, and just enough in terms of deception. Not as much purchase off the 22 yards, but certainly at times spinners have had a big sum. Just been told 295 is the average first innings score at this venue in the last 5 one-day internationals. Understandably so, when you look at these boundaries and the breeze that does come through at this wonderful venue. Time for the captain up against his opposite. Holder to Murtaza. He's a little tickle, and that's easily could have gone back onto the stumps. Bishu, and he gets his man. Premeditated, he'd been playing a few of these, had Tamim. The local boy, Aaron Powell, to say, he's into the side. Mamadullah, he was at the other end. And understandably a little frustrated picking out Powell was Tamim. He thinks he's a little unlucky. But you see, when a batter gets to 100 and there's so many more overs to go in the match, for your team, apart from yourself, for your team and the whole series on the line, you want to finish the job, get a big 100. Well set. And going. Mumadullah on strike. Yeah, happy to rotate. Well, I've got a gem of a stat here for you gurus at home. Tamim's 287 runs are the most by any batsman in a 3-match one-day series versus the West Indies in the West Indies. Hello. Skipper's going to get away with this. Splice. So well done, Tamim Iqbal.
It's interesting. It's going to be interesting the length that Holder will bowl from that particular end to Mashrafi Mortaza. Mortaza can wheel the long handle. Just from memory, he likes to hit the ball down the ground and a little bit of mid-wicket. Will Holder pitch the ball up? It doesn't look as though he wants to pitch the ball up to him a lot. Ask him to hit into the wind.
As overs running out, Bishan's going to ask you, in terms of for you, this venue, you look at the angles, don't you? You look at the angles, you look at the breeze, and your opposition, who you're up against. Given that it's this time of the innings, we're going to have that power play, aren't we, shortly? Coming into it, almost 40 overs. The extra fielder goes out, so... Oh, good enjoyment. Yeah, great pictures. Chirpy. What a cricket. Scott. We'll come back to all that. So we've had 40, it's 205 for 4.
At State Farm, we see the things that matter most to you and all that it took to earn them.
Papa!
So why not give them the protection they deserve?
Kelloge?
So umpire Joel Wilson just confirming power play and the extra protection. Yeah, I was just going to ask you, Bishop, in terms of like, you look at the situation here, and you're a tall man like Holder and a little bit more blessed with pace, of course. Your strategy, would you look at perhaps a few more short ones up inside the rib cage or chest against these guys?
Yeah, depending on who I'm bowling to, if I know it's someone who likes to have that swing down the ground, and I'm bowling from the end from where Holder's bowling, many of my deliveries would be back of a length. The guys can use pace off the ball into the pitch as well, because the hit towards the east is into the wind and it's fairly big. East is into the wind and it's fairly big. From Kemo Paul's end now, slightly different strategies you could use. You don't want guys, you want to take away the guys hitting the ball with the wind to the leg side. So you could, if pressure is really on, go full and wide of off stump. Of course, you'd have to set the appropriate field with third man back and all of that. So you have to think very carefully about giving length, where you give it, and when you try to go full. Different options.
Oh, did he hit it? Did he hit it? I reckon there must have been a little bit of wood on this one. Yeah, just stifled appeal. I think he must have. Mamadula feels he's missed out. Let's just look at this. Peep at this. Yeah, it was angling a bit too, to be fair. Yeah, well, Ian Bishop, he's got third man and finally a go. There's Kimo Paul. He's got that extra cover on the fence on the offside. You've got two right-handers and protection on the onside, understandably, and the breeze is going that way, left to right on your screen. That's what I love to see. I think, I don't know what you're thinking this, I'd like to have seen third man back, and as you say, if you're going to get your Yorker in, you've got to hit off stump. Because that breeze, if you're slightly off, you're going to disappear at this venue. But this is a cracker.
It's what he did so well in that penultimate over of the last game too, under pressure. Just can't get too far off the stumps either side.
Tries that slower ball. Changes of pace. Who are you bowling to at any given time? Just lost to Mim for 103. Couldn't keep going. Did get 100 though. Player. Just lost to Mim for 103. Couldn't keep going. Did get 100 though. Mentioned Shakib Al Hasan, who got into the 30s and then perished. Mushfiqur couldn't get going today. That's a lovely stroke from the captain of Bangladesh.
And that's what I was talking about. That's where he is looking to hit the ball. Sometimes he might go a little bit wide, long on, mid-wicket. So it's a slower one, but that's just too full. Don't mind seeing the odd Yorker, but recognize what he is trying to do, where his hitting area is.
Another challenge, Bish. Of course, we know Jason Holder is not very quick at all in terms of pace. So this is a challenge. Breeze, I sound that diagonal. It's a lovely stroke, given that he's cramped it. Yeah, you see, plenty of time to give himself a bit of room. Murtaza, that is, cashing in back-to-back boundaries here.
Jason looked as though he tried to go Yorker this time. It's a good shot though. gave himself that room you talked about. Yeah, tried to go genuine Yorker and punished it. Bangladesh need this little flurry. Previous 2 overs only gave them 7 runs.
That's pace has that factor. He's mistimed it, but he's got it over the rope. 1 bounce for 4. So we've had a hat-trick of boundaries here. Geez, I tell you what, he's mistimed it. That could have gone a long way. In fact, that sort of slot ball bish could have gone down the road, down the street.
You've got to change your length here. Simply too full. That's where he's looking to strike.
Even though he's mistimed that, he's got it straight enough. That's what he's targeting here, the Tiger skipper. Chris Gale's never going anywhere near that. So a couple more. This is turning out to be a very good over for the visitors. Straight. Yeah, even that too. Little punch through extra cover. Wonderful timing. Two, 2-1 for 4. With that 14 off, this holder over, 2 to go. Cottrell with a bit of work to do. I thought about 2, and the skipper says, hold on, Mummers. Not quite ready to come back. Double Nelson is on the board here. 4 down. Thank you, graphics. There we go. Confirmation. Look at that, 53 metres. Yeah. Only 67. Straight back past Jason Holder. Now, Mumadullah is going to keep the strike here. 2-2-3 for 4 now. Burj Khalifa. Pop through. Look at that, substantially taller than anything else. Bangladesh so far. Dearly want to get close to 300. Do the tourists. Mumadullah. Yeah, well, he's now into the 30s. 10 and over gets past the big 300. So laced this into the covers, but it has been stopped. And also, I want to enlighten viewers, highest successful chase here at this venue, 266 for 6 by the Windies versus the Aussies quite recently, just a couple of years ago in 2016. 266 for 6 by the Windies against those dear old Aussies at Warner. Just wonder whether, in terms of, so the pitch slowing up a little, and it's difficult to chase sometimes, it keeps a bit low. So challenges on here for the home side.
Nice changer from Kimo Paul, wide of off stump. Similarities between Holder, Cottrell and Kimo Paul in terms of technique, and the collapsing I talked about of the front leg on landing. Collapses even further and goes through. Something for Corey Collymore he can look at if he wants to maximize the pace of Kimo Paul, who's already brisk, can already get it over 140. But if you can strengthen that, it adds another half a yard of pace. Look at Holder and Cottrell is similar. Square leg has come up, third man has gone back down. Just to give him that opportunity to bowl that full wide one that we talked about last time he bowled.
Absolutely. And I think that's the way to go. Particularly as we've mentioned, a lovely little contrast actually, because you've got Holder, who's got a lot less pace, a lot taller, and yet you've got a shorter man in stature who's a lot skiddier and quicker. And you mentioned, Briskin gets over 140. I just like that, and I look at Rubel Hassan. Not big men, under 6 foot, and they're skiddy, but they're quick, and they're very deceptive. And if you get that Yorker right, even a wide Yorker, you're on about the shortest version of the game. You see it so much more in the modern game. Wide Yorkers of about the 6th stump. And that's the problem. He changed the field for Mumadullah. I just like that third man. I think if you've got pace, you have to have a third man, Bish.
We discussed that. We said that the premise on which you bowl the full wide deliveries, having the third man back. And I think before Keemo Paul actually bowled this ball, he looked at Jason Holder and he said, "Skipper, can I keep the deep third man?" But I don't think he met with a consensus from his skipper. Now he will get it. That's why he's a little frustrated there. He wanted it initially. Third man goes back now, and deep mid-wicket. In fact, deep square leg comes up.
Go. It's almost like they can hear you, Bish. You get the field and you tweak it and change it. No, we're listening upstairs to Ian Bishop. You're going to sort this field out, bowlers. Captain. So, yeah, it's quite funny sometimes between bowler and captain, and you can understand sometimes most of the time captains are batters. Holder here, very much an all-rounder, but he is a real bowling all-rounder captain. Hello, clip off the stumps. Speak of the devil, there's the skipper. But yeah, sometimes you don't quite get the field you want, or you're at logs with your captain. It's 2-3-1 for 4.
We see the things that matter most to you and all that it took to earn them.
Papa.
So why not give them the protection they deserve?
खेलोगे?
Crowd just streamed in, a few of them this Saturday morning. Of course, here in St. Kitts, you can go up to Brimstone Hill, one of the World Heritage sites, one of the old forts built, I think, in the 17th or 18th century. Got a number of volcanic peaks that constitute this wonderful island, and those around it.
Oh, lovely improvisation. Got enough on it? Oh, you betcha. It has gone all the way for the max. Captain. Little shimmy and rock back. Pops it right where he wants to. Yeah, again, it's pace off, but look how he's got inside this. Onto the off stump. Little shimmy. See, where are you going? My opposite, captain v captain. Oh, he says, listen, I can play a bit of calypso too. Oh, he's got away with this one, Jason Holder. And Mortasa knows it.
Karen Powell ran out of room. It's an interesting battle now because the field is changing again. So yeah, what has happened now is that Holder's probably he can go full at leg stump if he chooses, but he can go short again because sweepers come off the offside boundary and fine leg has gone back. 4 deep fielders leg side. Took him too long for me, Danny, Jason Holder, to understand to Mortaza. He's got to pull the length back, especially hitting into the wind. It's taken him 4 or 5 boundaries, or 3 boundaries, to learn the lesson.
Yeah, and then I suppose like he's brought himself on. I just wonder whether possibly I said, look, Shannon Cottrell, I want to upset him, and I don't want him striking the ball downtown for 4s or 6s, and let's get up him a little bit, as we say in the trade. That might. Oh, I thought that might have been a wide. Even. Hello, square leg. Joel Wilson says one for the over the height. Ness Ravi doesn't think it's a wide. It just says okay. Let's have a look. Oh, there you go. I don't mind that. It was just more about the line. I thought maybe going down the leg side a bit over the leg stump, but that's okay. Yeah, I just think with Cottrell possibly with that extra bit of pace to not allow these big blows downtown.
I'm in full agreement with you. And Cottrell has to come back. One more for Jason Holder after this over available to him. Paul has 4 and there are 6 overs to be bowled, so I would think this man will come back and bowl 1 or 2.
Yeah. When to bring back certain bowlers. End of an innings. Hello. You've got to take those. Again, the fielding with question marks for the Windies. Ends the 44th. It's 240 for 4 now. Oh, what a delightful start to a Saturday. Yorker from Kimo Paul. Time for a change in voice up here. We've got Jeffrey Dujon and Darren Ganga.
Missed opportunity for the Windies. Shea Hope. Has got his glove on Tate. Couldn't quite hold on. Edged, and he will get a boundary. Pace on the ball. Very unlucky for Kimo Paul.
Well, you can expect this at this stage of the game. Was wide, not full enough. Not going to be having any slips at this point, and third man is wide.
Single. Now Jason Holder has the opportunity to make the decisions with regard to his bowlers. We've seen 6 bowlers so far used by him in this innings. Just wondering why hasn't Rovman Paul been given the opportunity to bowl? He bats at number 6, he's a genuine all-rounder and hasn't had the opportunity to bowl.
Well, that's going to go again. Just too wide from Kimo Paul. The boundary is coming for Bangladesh. Yes, those are handy edges at the end of the innings.
I spoke about the third man and fine leg at this venue being very straight. He's positioned better on this occasion. That's good. And this is where he should be, Kieran Powell. At the start of the over, brings up the 250 for Bangladesh. These are the simple things. As a captain, you must get spot on. It makes a whole lot of difference in terms of where you position your fielders, given the conditions. Nice partnership in quick time between these two. Mortaza and Mahmudullah, 50 from 36. Both striking over 100.
At this rate, they'll get to 279. They'll be looking for a lot more than that. 5 overs to go. 251 for 4.
At State Farm, we see the things that matter most to you and all that it took to earn them. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
For Bangladesh, and it's the first time a side has put on 30 plus partnerships for each of the first 5 wickets versus the West Indies in the West Indies. Talk about batting as a team, Jeffrey Dujon.
Yes, that 81 up front between Tamim and Shakib set things up nicely. Tamim batted well into the innings. Had a couple more partnerships. Going at just under 6. Jason Holder now to bowl his last. And he's going for just under 6 as well. You mentioned Rovman Powell, Darren. Haven't seen him bowl at all in this series. He is an all-rounder. And recognized as one. But we haven't seen him bowl at all.
Yeah, Rovman Powell, I think into his 25th one-day international, his 26th I'm told, hasn't even bowled 25 overs in his entire career. That to me is unacceptable. This is a young player who's shown great promise in the region. He's dominated at the regional Super 50 competitions, and he doesn't get a fair opportunity to show his skills with the ball. He bats at number 6. And that's a real issue. It's not like there are many bowlers who are performing well on this Windies team. And I'm talking specifically the medium to fast bowlers. And yet he's left by the wayside at number 6. You're not a specialist batsman. So then what's his asset to this team?
Well, 6 is usually a specialist batsman or all-rounder position. And if you're not going to bowl him, then maybe a specialist batsman should be playing there. But I really don't understand the reason why he hasn't been given an opportunity.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dujon is not only in this match. That's the issue. He's played a fair amount of one-day internationals. Hasn't even bowled an over per match in all the matches that he's played when you look at it on an average basis. You want to develop a young player. There is a possible ICC, well, there is an ICC 50 over World Cup. And you want to pick your best 15 players. But you must also give them an opportunity to showcase their talent. Rovman Powell, great promise as a young player. Gone. Chris Gayle takes a simple catch. Jason Holder finally gets another breakthrough. The explosive Mortaza has to go.
Well, he's been very expensive, Jason Holder. but finally picks up another wicket to just halt the momentum of this partnership. So Ashraf Mortaza goes for 36 from 25. Handy. It's 253 for 5.
Shabir Rahman makes his way to the crease. Last delivery to end the spell for Jason Holder. 10 overs, 2 wickets, 55 runs. It's 253 for 5. Crucial stage of the innings for Bangladesh. They've done some really good work at the top of the innings, throughout the middle as well. Can they finish off and get to that 300 mark? You'll need to score over 10 runs per over. This was the last wicket. Mortaza trying to find the gap through that third man region. Finds Chris Gayle instead.
Sheldon Cottrell. Oh, you'd have thought that getting out Shakib and Mushfiqur cheaply, that would have slowed things down, but Mamadullah has stepped up to the plate. 43 from 38. Played some tremendous shots straight down the ground. Very harsh on Jason Holder. The new batsman is Sabir Rahman. 5 half centuries.
Quick single. Didn't quite make good contact. He was looking for the boundary. Yeah, lost his shape a bit.
Yes, would have been better trying to play a bit straighter.
Should be a couple of runs. The fielding in ODI cricket is very important. The Windies, they've had some opportunities to effect a run out. There's another ball struck to Jason Mohammed in cover, and his throw not accurate like we've seen, Davindra Bishu had a chance. Coincidentally, Jason Mohammed on the field for Davindra Bishu. Couldn't make contact. Opportunity goes a-begging.
Yes, this is a point where the West Indies have to make these batsmen work hard for boundaries. And Cottrell has been going for over 5 and over.
Tugs through the onside, should be 1. Mahmudullah would lose the strike. Well, he'll go on strike, just 1 delivery left, eyeing up another half century in his career.